Here in the end-slate, I'm just gonna explain a couple things. Three things to be more precise. The first one is base stats. Now, you saw base stats before on episode 1, HP, attack, defense, special attack, and no, that's special, and speed. Those are your stats. And base stats are really straightforward. Each stat will be responsible for one type of interaction in battle, and it just goes like this. HP is how much damage your Pokemon can take before becoming unable to fight. Attack increases how much damage your physical attacks will deal. Defense decreases how much physical damage your Pokemon takes. Speed determines which Pokemon will go first in a turn, so the Pokemon with the higher number of speed will always go first in battle. And if both Pokemon have the same speed number, it's up to luck. The game will decide on its own. And special will determine how much special damage you deal and how much special damage you take. Of course, since it is a little bit confusing, from Generation 2 and onwards it was split into special attack and special defense. Stats will go up as you level up. As you might have seen before, Pikachu grew from level 5 to level 6 and he gained an increase in stats. And there's more to it. As you defeat Pokemon, your status always also increase, but we'll get into that later. What is important right now is how we use those stats. Each Pokemon type, electric, normal, flying, etc., has either physical or special attached to it. There's also status that is not assigned to type, but let's not talk about it right now. That means that all attacks will use either attack or special stat to calculate the damage, depending on the type of the move. Consequently, when taking a hit from one of those moves, you'll either use the defense or the special status to mitigate the damage taken. For example, all electric moves will always be special, so it doesn't matter how big your Pikachu's attack stat is. If you're using an electric move, all that will matter is your special stat. As for defending, if the move is special, it doesn't matter how gigantic your Golem's defense stat is. What will be used for damage calculation is his special stat. TLDR, types are either physical or special. Physical attacks are mitigated by defense, special attacks are mitigated by special, even if it doesn't make sense, like Thunder Punch or Fire Punch being special just because they are electric and fire type moves. This was changed in Generation 4 to where damage modifier was finally assigned to individual moves and not types. Now, the last thing I want to talk about here is another core mechanic of every Pokemon game: evolution. So most Pokemon can become a stronger version of themselves once they reach a certain criteria. The most common form of evolution is by level. Once a Pokemon reaches level X, it will try to evolve into the next stage every time it gains a new level. There's also evolution by trading. Remember when I said you can trade your Pokemon with a friend by using the link cable? Yeah, depending on which Pokemon you send to your friend, it may evolve as soon as your friend receives it. And the last way of evolution is by using stones. Stones are items that you will get throughout your adventure. There's a point where you'll be able to buy stones. Some Pokemon, when exposed to specific stones, will evolve to a next form. Some examples of this are Pikachu and a Thunderstone that will evolve him into Raichu, and Gloom and a Leaf Stone, which will evolve him into Vileplume. If you want to cancel an evolution, you can just press the B button while the Pokemon is trying to evolve. There will be a screen that will pop up like, oh look, your Pokemon is evolving, and then on that screen you just press B and then you cancel evolution. They will retain the gained level, but will not turn into the next form of the evolutionary line. And will try to evolve again once they gain another level, and they will just keep doing this until you let them evolve. So, if you don't want them to evolve, just keep pressing the B button every single time they gain a level. But why would I not want my Spearow to evolve into a Fearow? Look at it! It's bigger, stronger, and more beautiful! Well, evolved Pokemon usually require more levels to learn certain moves. Using Spearow as an example, since we already talked about it. It evolves at level 20, but it learns Drill Peck at level 25. If you evolve it into a Fearow before level 25, it will only learn Drill Peck at level 29. And some evolved Pokemon don't even learn moves at all. This is especially true to Stone evolving Pokemon. So it is advisable to do some research as to when you want to evolve your Pokemon so you don't regret evolving it too early. So that is all I wanted to say about evolution for now. We'll be seeing a lot of it throughout the adventure because it really is a huge core mechanic of the Pokemon games. And that will be it for this episode. I'm sorry it ran a little long, but it was kind of necessary, and I had a little bit too much fun on the intro. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.